quite a daring operation, but it's the first time that the US has actually fired shots against a cargo vessel. I mean, day 52 of the war, Iran had declared the Straits of Hormuz open, traffic had started moving, the US blockade was in place, and therefore, as a result, the Iranians closed it again. The US claims that the blockade has actually ended up turning around 23 vessels along the way because it's quite a significant threat. But last night, the Tuska, which is an Iranian-flagged merchant cargo vessel that had left Malaysia on the 12th of April, just a few days ago, was inbound to Iran. That was intercepted by this US blockade. What's interesting is the details that we get behind it. What we're seeing some footage is from the USS Spruance. That's the merchant cargo ship, the Tuska, in the background there. They followed it for about 6 hours, issuing all sorts of warnings. Then there were some shots fired. It's a pretty significant gun, 5-inch gun that's fired, which took out the engine room, we understand, of the vessel. And then the US Marine Corps, operating off the USS Tripoli, which is a blistering sort of aircraft carrier and the like, they boarded using the helicopters and then seized the vessel. We got some of the footage from here, a bit grainy, but of the helicopter operation on there itself. So quite a daring operation, but it's the first time that the US has actually fired shots against a cargo vessel.
If, to your point, various vessels have been turned around thus far, why did this one try and go through? Because you can't imagine that the Tuska did so autonomously. You would imagine that it did so with some agreement from the authorities in Tehran. If so, why now?
Yeah, we understand there were 4 Iranian vessels that all seemed to be making a run at the blockade. And as you say, up till now, all of them has been turned around. Now, 3 of them apparently got through the blockade. That doesn't necessarily mean they won't be targeted by America, because America will target them later, potentially. But the timing, I think, is really unfortunate for this, particularly given that there were 6 hours of threats. The Iranian vessel would have been under no doubt that it was going to come under some sort of US fire, and that precipitated the US firing on the vessel. That, of course, has now prompted the Iranians to threaten a retaliation. None of this feels conducive to the few days or hours before peace talks are due to start.